Hello and welcome to day 162 of the 365-day meditation challenge, where I challenge myself to meditate for 1 hour a day in 2 sessions of 31 minutes. I took a very big power nap. I feel so much better, and I forgot to turn off that light. And now I'm gonna have some green on my face, but that's to be expected because I was visited by aliens last when I slept. No, but my back was hurting quite a bit. It seems like it's not over. And I also am trying to stretch it. And whenever I was waking up, I would stretch it a bit. My sciatica. It's so interesting that I have a painting unraveled and put on the wall with scotch tape. And it has slowly undone itself. And I noticed it now, and I'm like, oh, I might as well just work on that painting at some point. Yeah, it's fun to have a lot of projects. And I was thinking of how many projects I still have not yet finished. And I was thinking of this project, of the courses, of so many things that I have done and I have started and I haven't finished and I have to work on. And it's kind of impressive, but at the same time, I'm lazy. I'm a lazy guy. I went to buy a camera today and it was sold at the pawn shop. The guy wanted to sell me another camera. And I was tempted, but the price was not right. Like, it didn't have a 20% discount. I have a lot. I has a lot of milk. And the thing is that I'm trying to not really buy things if they don't make me money by selling them or by working with them like I do with this camera. So I need to speak a bit more so that I can get into a flow and get to some interesting ideas. Oh, I talked with a friend of mine. I met with a friend of mine. And I talked with him about a lot of things, about buying houses, about loans, about things like that. But the thing that we talked about that was the most interesting is post-action rationalization. Post-action rationalization. When you have a stimulus, and then you do something, and then you explain it logically as if that was the logic from the beginning, when it was not. You just acted on impulse, on trigger, on stimuli. And that's exactly what I was trying to explain to him. And it was quite an interesting thing where if you look at your actions, most of your actions are the same way. You don't do it rationally first and then take action and then no, most of the actions that you take, most of the things that you do are responses to stimuli that you explain logically afterwards. Let's say, for instance, you will go past a shop and it has some candy in the storefront, and you go like, oh, I really want some candy, you know? And then you go like, oh, I wanted some candy all day. That's post-rationalization. Like, you were craving those beforehand, but you didn't. Like, you were explaining the fact that you instantly craved that, not on the fact that the store was there and it was a stimuli. It was because, so that's exactly what happens. It's kind of hard to make it and use it, but it's really obvious once you start to see it that most of our actions are stimuli based and not rationally based. So it's hard to explain how to notice it, but once you do, you start to see how many things in our lives are not really conscious. Especially speech. Like, whenever you try to speak, you are making, like, if you are speaking loudly and fast like me, You are thinking that the words that you are saying, you are picking from your brain or whatever else is in there in the little skull, but it's not. The things that you are doing are already kind of programmed, and the way you start dictates what you're gonna say like 5 seconds from now, or 10 seconds, or 20 seconds. You are going to dictate all of those things in advance without even knowing. Your brain already picked, before you even start talking, it has picked the words that you are going to say. And the barrier between the brain and the voice, it's quite interesting because you are thinking that you are picking those sentences and you are following those up with other sentences, but you are not. Your brain has already decided on what you are going to say. And if you don't take control over that, and you don't, basically what you need to do is set an intention on the topic that you are going to speak, and speak on that topic. Like, pick a destination and start speaking on that topic. Most people think that they do have like a destination in mind whenever they speak to other people, but there, if you were to transcribe the whole thing and put it to paper, the whole thing that they are saying in conversations, most of the conversations have truly no logic, and they just end in nothing. They don't have any meaningful, it's just not a banter, is trying to be rational. Like, people are not rational, they are trying to be rational. And they don't even realize how irrational they are in those senses, in those terms. I've already explained how these things work in terms of post action rationalization. Let's start that beautiful meditation now. Hello, and I finished. Well, I don't know what I was thinking, but I finished the first meditation session. That was a bleeper if I saw one. And I finished the meditation session just now. The timer has elapsed, and I am drinking some water. And I need to heat up some food before the second session of the meditation because I want to make myself a huge salad with meat and eat it. And then I'm gonna need to go shopping for a little bit because I want to see if I can find some 50% pastries, but I'm probably not gonna find. If I don't find, I'm gonna buy something else, which is other things. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.